So, a few months ago, I took a look at the different atmospheres of Need for Speed Most Wanted on various platforms. The atmosphere as the visual treatment that the game had in specific console and PC versions, which obviously Most Wanted fell into that category of piss filter era of the gaming, which is undeniably for many people one of their favorite, of course. The PlayStation 2 and original Xbox versions are known for having that different orange-ish with purple, a little purple tint on it. But I decided to make this video once again, this time for my personal favorite. Well, I love all Need for Speeds, but this one is like my always personal that I go with, and that is being Need for Speed Carbon, obviously. So what makes Carbon's atmosphere so good that it's definitely my favorite? Well, let's take a look at it. So the first thing that I can point out, even though it's not very into the context of the video, is that blue color is my personal favorite, and I love everything blue. I'd live in a blue world, but still, what I really like is that Carbon took that atmosphere into another level. Basically, in each platform, when it comes to the original game, not those handheld versions, basically just the original one on the PS2, Xbox, Gamecube, Wii, PS3, X360 and even PC, you can clearly notice how that atmosphere was portrayed. It was basically once again nighttime, just like during the first two Underground games, which they were before Most Wanted. Developers decided to combine the idea of the Most Wanted and Underground 2 and put it together into Need for Speed Carbon. PlayStation 3 version of Carbon is known for having the absolute best visuals that have ever been represented in the game. And I'd like to point out, Carbon was one of the launch titles for PlayStation 3, by the way. It's just that good looking. Not a surprise to see that modders decided to, import the PS3 visual treatment to PC, as I also mentioned that in the Most Wanted video. Xbox 360 version looks quite interesting in its own way as well, and even the Xbox 360's Xbox Live Arcade demo version had pretty interesting visuals as well, as that also is being a mod on its own. What I can tell is that between the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, of course the PlayStation 3 wins with its graphical visual treatment, but Xbox 360 it has its own pros as well. The default PC version obviously doesn't look that good when you don't have any widescreen patches and just run the game immediately. It's of course not gonna look any good, especially on modern PCs. Thankfully though, the creators of widescreen patch have basically been updating this throughout the years and basically improved everything that players needed and wanted in Need for Speed Carbon by default. That has never been in the first place because, back in 2006, but still, they decided to bring it up with this amazing widescreen patch that basically fixes these issues that you have on modern PC. And so, basically, everyone praises the PlayStation 3 version to be the best looking, which I am not entirely against, because yes, I played PS3 version of Carbon, and I can confirm with all of my experiences and hours I put into that game on the PS3 that Carbon on PlayStation 3 is simply the best looking version out of every 7th gen platform. It's such a shame that the PlayStation 3 version did not receive the official Collector's Edition release, as that would basically make the PlayStation 3 version the most played and recommended version of the game. Well, I know that the Collector's Edition doesn't add anything new to the career mode, it just adds few new vehicles, challenge series events, quick race events and bonus cars, but still, it is like a complete version of the game. Thankfully, the PC version has the Collector's Edition release, therefore you can mod it and have a better experience with that version as well. So, undeniably, PlayStation 3 has amazing representation, but the blue aesthetic of this it just feels so good, honestly. This is exactly what I wanted in nighttime racers. this kind of blue atmosphere with surroundings of yellow orange-ish lights around me. That's exactly what I want in the nighttime racers. And even the canyon duel feels really good. Honestly, canyon duels are pretty unique concept of events in games like Need for Speed or any racing games in general. We never saw such thing in racing games before, especially if it comes to the kind like Need for Speeds are. And this visual representation makes it much more amazing and intense for its own style and gameplay. Really love this vibe. That's why I really love to play, and this is why I want nighttime racers to look like this. Because this is exactly how I imagine nighttime racing games most of the time when it comes to making something like Need for Speed. Of course, not only Need for Speed, but I mean not every of the racing game should be set in nighttime and have this type of atmosphere like Need for Speed Carbon. That would just make it, a very common, look, and it wouldn't make it unique to its own name of the game. But if you want to make like a Need for Speed kind of racing game in nighttime, this one is definitely your best bet. Honestly, I'd even argue that this looks much better than, for example, Need for Speed 2015's night look. Yes, I do agree that 2015 is, in my opinion, like the best graphical looking modern Need for Speed game, especially during nighttime. But honestly, Carbon is by far the best in general, because let's be honest, this is just peak. Absolute fucking peak. And even the 6th gen platforms made it amazing, which we'll take a look at them right now. So, despite the fact that I know that Nintendo Wii is the 7th gen platform, but it is underperformed with its own technical specifications that makes it feel like a 6th gen platform, to be honest. That's why the game is also limited like a 6th gen platform. But the 6th gen versions, which as I said is PS2, Wii, Gamecube and original Xbox, have their pros and cons. Well, as we can see that the Xbox version is undeniably between the actual 6th gen trio, the best looking. PS2 is pretty much not far behind. I know that the Gamecube is more powerful than the PlayStation 2, but the visuals in here, yeah, they're not that kind of good. At least I'd argue it looks better than whatever Most Wanted was on the Gamecube, because let's be honest, that was not looking good. But this is honestly really good on its kind and atmosphere that it has. The PS2's atmosphere though is honestly undeniably my favorite, because not only the fact that I'm, you can say, blinded by nostalgia because I grew up with PlayStation 2 version before I got into PS3 and then the PC version, but the PS2 version always felt like the most nostalgic to me because of this visual art style representation. The way they represent this art style was just very good and amazing. Yes, the graphics are not the best because, let's be honest, PlayStation 2 wouldn't be capable of what the Xbox version was capable of, but on its low quality and low resolution, the several things that they have done magically on this console version of the game just makes it amazing in my opinion. And even the core reflections, as I said, they are the best in this version of the game. Like, yeah, this is a peak. The Xbox version though, yes, also another victim of not having a collector's edition, despite the fact it wouldn't hurt it much. But still, the Xbox version is really great looking. Yes, it has limitations as well, for example, not having the faces of the characters during the in-game cutscenes like this, but the visuals and the traffic Yes, traffic cars are right here. I couldn't see them on the PlayStation 2 because obviously that's how limited the console is. But in the visual representation, it is really, really good. I would actually want if there was like a mod pack planned, if there was somebody trying to port 6th gen version into the PC version as a mod, the combination between the PS2, Xbox and possibly Wii would be great. Honestly, I'm not even surprised because if I'm gonna be honest right here, Gamecube wouldn't be possible to pull out as much as for what other versions have pulled out. If they ever tried to do that, the game would have released on like 2 Gamecube discs because, for example, you have a game like Resident Evil 4 that looked better on Gamecube than on the PS2. But in order to achieve that, they needed to split the game into 2 discs. Carbon would need that as well. Maybe even 3 discs? I don't know. It's simply because of the limitations of the Gamecube disc, not the Gamecube's hardware, because Gamecube's hardware is more powerful than the PlayStation 2's hardware. But yeah, honestly, this visual representation is basically the reason, one of many reasons why I love the blue color. Why I would pick a dark blue colored vehicle, drive around during the nighttime while blasting some amazing 90s and 2000s EDM music, normal or nightcore, and simply just blasting throughout the whole ride that I would have when driving around anywhere. I would even go into a fictional place or fictional big city like this, or just in the real life if there was ever such night looking like this. I would not dare, and I would just pick up the car and drive around at night while listening to some blasting music. This is one of the reasons why I love nighttime in games, and not just racing games, in overall every game. And I also seen other games of different genres doing this close, exact representation that I just love. It is just really good, and I cannot praise it enough. I might just be a simp for it, but that's all to say, because I think that this is enough to prove that why I love this atmosphere so much, and why it's my personal favorite from the Need for Speed franchise. So thank you very much guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I have had a horrible upload schedule, as you can notice, but I deeply apologize. I just live my life on my own, I do my stuff. I'm also being active on my Discord server, where I started kicking inactive people, which I can call just lurkers, out, because, you know, they are just being ghosts, not being active at all, and, you know, just kicking out people simply because they are not active. So I want to give a little health to my server in order to preserve who is actually active and what kind of activity we have on the server, which you can always join in the link in the description. Of course, I'm planning to make this server on other replacements that I have been mentioning multiple times in the past, because I don't see any good future for Discord, but still, that's all to say. And yeah, I will try to make some other videos, because recently I have been focusing on making soundtracks, which is something I never expected to do in the first place on this channel, but because I wanted to, I decided like, why the hell not? I decided like, why not combine my channel with this type of content that I make, because it is my channel, I can upload whatever the fuck we want. And yeah, we're close to 500 subscribers, which I deeply thank you guys so much, because this is like this is just an achievement of, like, it means a lot to me. I have never expected to even start a YouTube career. I just uploaded that first video because I randomly wanted to, like, you know, I wanted to randomly upload my video that I recorded from that few months ago, like, you know, because it was 2024, but I didn't expect it to blow up, and because of that blow up, I decided, like, okay, why not start making videos on my channel? And I started, I became a YouTuber that uploads my own content. And yeah, ever since that, I started to be a YouTuber and make whatever I want to. And I want to deeply thank you guys so fucking much that you have been here around since those 2 years when I started uploading. And hopefully we can get to a better future of the channel and the whole world as well. Thank you guys, love you all, God bless, stay healthy, and goodbye.